We get a lot of questions about assisted living facilities. We went and found a Michigan-based facility asking $9.4 million, but that includes $7 million of real estate. So basically you're buying the building for $7 million and the business for $2.4 million. Now they're advertising revenue of about $2 million and EBITDA of about $1.2 million. Now, I really like the assisted living space. I used to cover it as an analyst for a large bank and at a hedge fund. Spent a lot of time with the CEOs of the biggest assisted living companies in the country. It's really what I did. Those were the companies that I covered as an analyst. And they can be really great businesses, especially on the independent living side, which is really just overpriced apartments. But then once you get to the skilled nursing or some memory care units, the margins get really thin. And you have to deal with insurance companies often, Medicaid, Medicare. Things get a lot harder. But from a small business perspective, these purchases are really tough to get done. And really that's because the real estate valuations are so high that it makes it hard to cash flow using the typically available funding sources for a small business buyer. So really the only way to make some of these deals work is to have to come with a lot of cash to the table. You're gonna have to make a really large down payment to come up with a debt service coverage ratio that's gonna get past a lender. So looking at this deal, if we pull out all our tricks, we could actually get the required down payment for this $9.4 million business down to $60,000, which sounds great, but the problem is a loan payment would be about $1.2 million per year, which is 100% of the profit, and no bank's gonna actually give you that low of a debt service coverage ratio. So in reality, the deal's not gonna work at the minimum down payment. So the only thing you can do to really make this deal work is to bring more cash to the table. We're kind of estimating you'd need about $760,000 that you'd have to bring to meet a minimum threshold on the debt service coverage ratio. And really, even at that point, your after loan cash flow isn't that great. You're taking home about $300,000, which $300,000 is a lot of money, but you're also putting down a lot of cash and you're taking a lot of risk. So when we look at other things out there and the work that goes into running one of these facilities, we just think there's probably better options out there than putting down $760,000 to net $300,000. And keep in mind that to get that $300,000, you have to run the facility. So that's likely not going to be an absentee situation. There's other options out there that require lower down payments and can result in you taking home more cash flow for yourself. So if you want to find opportunities that might cash flow better, check out our profile. We've got lots of videos about lots of different businesses. If you're ready to buy a business together, reach out.